everyone, it's me Laura from The Papered Soul. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I would pop in and do a quick little tutorial with you and show you some options of things that you can do with some glassine envelopes. I do have these in my shop. This is the 3.5 by 6, and then this is your 2.5 by 4.25, and then excuse me, and I have a 2 by 2, which is a really cute small size, and it's got like a little oval flap to that one. But the ones I'm playing with today are the 3 by 6 and the 2.5 by 4.25. And what I thought I would do is I came up with something that would maybe help your materials go a little bit further for you when you're creating. And you know, there's many ways you can use these envelopes. You know, you can just do all kinds of things with them as they are. But what I was thinking of is cutting them in half and creating a different size from these envelopes. Same thing with this one. So what I did is I cut this one in half, okay, and that's what I made with it, and then this is the other side. So the flap, you know, the flap would have been like this. That's your envelope together, and then I created something with it. So, you know, I have another piece, another side that I can create something with. Now, because it is open, you do need to, you don't have to, but things may slip out, but you can kind of glue that right there, or you could choose to sew. You can choose to sew this like on the side of a page, just on the side of a page so that it'll flip. And then you can see what you have on the other side. So this is the one I made here, and I'm gonna make one on camera with you. And I just had I put a little butterfly that I made, and that tucks under the wing, and that just kind of keeps that tamped down so it's not flopping open. So then I took the smaller size and I cut it in half. And so now I have two little small pieces here. So this just gives you a little more flexibility and a few more options with these envelopes. So I just thought we'd have a little fun with it. So what I was gonna do, put that one up. I've already cut out of a napkin some little pieces that I actually want to use. And I did more of a fussy cut. On this one, I just kind of cut an area out and went over it until I had it covered, you know, that flap covered. First thing we're gonna do, so this one I'm gonna try to piece it together because I liked the pear. This was my napkin. I sell these napkins in my shop also right now. There's still some autumn napkins available for decoupaging, but they didn't have the pear wasn't right next to something, so I decided to fussy cut it. So we'll see what it turns out looking like. I hope it'll be all right. So the first thing I do with this, because this is so thin, I want to give the flap a little bit of sturdiness. So all I do, I'm just using my Fabri-Tac. You can use any glue you want, and I'm just going to put glue on this flap. I just go ahead and cover it. And then this is a good project for your little small scraps and things. So what I did is I just have a little scrap here of my coffee dye paper, and I'm just going to put this up to the crease and fold over. And I'm gonna try to line it up like on the side so that I really don't have to cut too much off of that. And I didn't get enough of it on there. Let me do from this side. There we go. Gotta get it covered. There you go. And you just flip the little flap over that's got the glue on it and adhere it down. And I just like to get all the excess glue off. Press it down nice and smooth. So this piece of little coffee dye paper just gives it an extra little bit of sturdiness. And then I'm gonna just cut around, and you're not gonna be able to see it, but I'm just gonna cut around the little outline of that flap, and that lets me know where to cut. Just to trim it off. So I can use that scrap for something else. Another good idea for using these scraps is if you like to stamp words out or anything like that, hand stamp words out, these are great for that, you know, just to try to use all your items that you can. So now you can see that I have the paper underneath it, so it's a little bit sturdier to deal with. And now I'm ready to see about adhering some pretty decoupage on my flap. So I'm gonna just kind of trim off a little bit more of my napkin. Probably didn't have to do that since it's so, it'll be so opaque. And then my little pear, I really like my pear. Maybe I'll put my flower over there a little more and then my pear here. Let's see. And then I may do this little sunflower under here. Slide him down a little bit. That's might be what I'll do, and I'll put the sunflower right there. So I'm gonna do the big sunflower so I'll just fussy cut him out. Nothing fancy, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna trim around it. And this is so close, I kind of hate to just tear it because these elements are small. I usually don't do the fussy cutting with the decoupage, but see how you and I are learning that we can. If you don't mind taking just a little bit of extra time, you can kind of trim it up nice. But again, it's so opaque, or transparent, I should say, not opaque, transparent. Once you get it down there, that you're not really going to see much of the napkin anyway, so you don't have to be as persnickety as I just was. So what I'm going to do, let's see, I'm just going to place them on here so it'll look pretty, and I'm probably going to layer it up like that, so that'll be peeking through. And I wonder if I should tuck my pear underneath it, or should I put that over? I might put it over it because I want you to see that it's a pear. Or I really like my pear. I wonder if I could just do, you know, you really don't have to. You know what I might do? This sounds crazy, but to fill in that space and to maybe add a little more interest to it, I think what I'm gonna do is stamp some little, I'm gonna stamp on this real quick, some words, just some little text, very lightly, and that way it'll give it more interest. And I think I'm just gonna use my pear and my little orange flowers on here. So let's see what this looks like. Let's see, is that gonna be upside down? No, that's right. Okay. Yeah. So that just adds some interest to it, and it'll fill the space in. Since I'm not gonna be putting all of that on there, I think I'm just gonna do that because I'm afraid it's gonna look too busy. All right, so let's just quit fiddle-faddling around and get it on there. So you can use your glue stick for the decoupage also, but I couldn't find my glue stick, but I usually use the this anyway. I use the Mod Podge anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put all that across the board with it, and I'm going to just layer my little napkin piece right there. And any overage, I'll trim it off. And then I'll do this, my little pear. He's cute. Oh, that's adorable. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim it. I'm gonna flip it over, put my cap on my glue, and I'm going to just take my scissors and trim it out from the underneath side. Any overage there, make it nice and neat. It's a pretty fall day, or I know it's not officially fall, but it's coming. You can tell the way the afternoon sunlight looks and everything like that, and the noises of the little crickets and stuff. You can kind of tell that it's right around the corner. Just trim that. All right. So there's my little flap, and I think that turned out really good. The other thing I'm going to do now, like I say, you can glue or sew, whatever you want to do. So let's just run I'm going to glue this just because I don't have my sewing machine, where I'll tell you what, I'm going to do it. Just a small, thin little bead, and you could probably use, like I say, any glue that you want to use. And I'm just going to do a small little bead of glue because you don't want to eat up too much of your pocket space. And just gently press it. Okay. There we go. So that'll be good there. And then I had already stamped out on some cardstock a little acorn. And so I'm going to use him for the closure of this, and I'm going to kind of figure out where I want to line him up. See, now that was good. I didn't use the sunflower because I probably would have just covered him up anyway. So we're going to do that. And so I'm just going to do a little on this very far edge of the acorn, just a little glue to adhere it, but have enough room for the flap to go up under that acorn. So let's see how we want to put it on there. Maybe like that. Yeah. So we'll let that kind of dry a little bit. Shouldn't take long. And then, let's see, what did I have to put in it? I stamped out this little tag quickly with some little stamps that I have, and it says Fluttering Leaves of Autumn, and it has some fun little mixed media look to the little leaves in that kit. And then I just have this as a backing. Whatever you end up wanting to put inside your little envelope. So let's see if we can put this in. I know that things are still drying, but so I'll just tuck. And that will give it interest. Let me move it over so it doesn't get stuck in that glue, because I know my thing's not dry yet. Yeah. Okay. So I have my little items in there, and that's going to still dry. And then I just take this and lift my acorn up a little bit and tuck it under. This would be cute for a pocket, a little corner tuck, anything like that. So there's that one, and here's this one. And just quick little projects that you can do, and also maximize your materials, cutting your envelopes in half. And I was even wondering, I was trying to think what else I could do, but there's probably other little things, ideas you could do with them as far as that. But I just thought this was a lot of fun. So it just gives you a different type size bag out of your envelope. So just gives you a little more variety, and it also gives you two instead of just one out of one envelope. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I just wanted to pop in and say hello. Thank you again, everyone, for all your support. I do, like I say, have these in my shop, both sizes, and then this little 2x2. You can decorate and decoupage on that. And I have some decoupage napkins as well. So check me out, and y'all just take care and have a beautiful day. Bye.